There's two things that the GTI desperately needs after buying it with a salvage title and high miles and it living in the LA traffic area. It's tires and brakes. So while we're at it, we have some two-piece rotors from ECS, probably easily the most affordable two-piece rotors that look really nice behind your wheels. We have some Red Stuff EBC brake pads that'll be brand new for the new rotors. We're gonna go ahead and ceramic coat the entire car, and we're not gonna do a paint correction. We've done that every time in the past. This car does not need to be perfect. I want to just drive and abuse this car, and I wanna make washing it easy and also protect the new wheels that are also with the new tires with some 19. So I'm excited to show you guys these up close. There's gonna be links in the description to help you save money and help you enjoy your build, and a free way to support the channel is using those links also a lot of the time. So thank you so much. Let's get into it. We got some mods to do. This is gonna be a good episode for the GTI and have some fun. It's gonna ride so much smoother. We have the new suspension, new tires. These things are so old. There's like 3 different ones and they're dry rotted. The thing just rides rough. Let's dig into the boxes. We have the ceramic coating from Cerakote. We'll dig into these when we get to that part of the process, but I have some extra bottles left over from previous installs. Those little extra bottles would be great for the wheels. Let's take a look at these rotors. The link's in the description for ECS. There's no way for me to possibly get a discount for you guys. They already priced their parts so affordable and they're focused on that, they can't really give anything away. But those links in the description are tracked and an absolutely free way to support what I do. Strength in numbers, it helps me get some funds to reinvest into doing cars to make it make sense. For things like GTIs where there's a lot of owners but not a lot of views, I don't really make a lot of my money from views anymore. It's you guys running up those sales and those numbers. It's awesome, and I love doing these mods, focusing on the beginner to intermediate, the stuff that really got the channel off the ground. There is a discount for the wheels. That also helps me and it helps you. But man, the integrated engineering parts, you guys are running the link up on that crazy and the discount code. That has been so helpful. So thank you so much. Side quest, had to bring it to my office. I'm actually excited about this because there's gonna be some positive life change out of something like this. And that's today's sponsor. These sponsors make these episodes possible for us to wrench in the garage together. So let's celebrate them. Today's sponsor is PDS Debt. Going into debt in this hobby is an epidemic. I don't advise it. I've seen people struggle because of it. I know people, I've struggled with debt myself, whether it's credit cards, loans, medical bills. High interest will just keep you drowning. It's so stressful, it limits you, can't live from abundance. I genuinely want you to succeed, and this sponsor is exciting because what PDS Debt does is they work with you to come up with a plan tailored to you. It's not a one-size-fits-all. They're real people, they're with a real team, and they're gonna create a plan for your specific situation. Getting clarity and being able to simplify it, and then it's easier to focus, and focus is power, and you can get in front of it by just focusing in on it, and they're gonna help you do that. If you don't have friends or family that can help you get in front of something like this, there's services out there like PDS Debt that can help you do that. Over 100,000 people have used PDS Debt to resolve over $500 million in debt. 4.9 star on Google, 5-star on Trustpilot. If you're feeling stuck, this is a really simple, great first step, and that's all you need to get started. The 30-second assessment is completely free. You can go to pdsdebt.com/Cameron Alford. Take that first step. That link is in the top of the description. I'm excited for some of you to get help if you're struggling, get some positive life change, and I hope that this really helps you. Thank you, PDS Debt, for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it and keep enjoying cars together. These are really nice. The 034 ones we've installed in the past on cars are a really light color, but these are like a very dark and then the black center. Overall, they're darker though. They are directional, so I'll show you that when we get there. You might ask yourself, Cam, why are you showing me two-piece rotors? What's the point? Well, first of all, they look sick. Second of all, you can just order the outers if you're tracking the car going through brakes a lot. You probably won't have that problem since it's just a daily. So if you want to get something that you have to look at every day, wheels, tires, the brakes behind the wheels will look really nice. I'm gonna leave a brake kit that's way more affordable in the description through ECS. They have some good kits. And I'll also have the kits with the two-piece linked below. So you can pick and choose whatever fits your budget. Both are gonna work great. Are these gonna have some crazy stopping power compared to the regular style rotors? No. Are they going to cool better, function more efficiently? Absolutely. We don't need these to have really good brakes. What will really change braking on these cars is, like, I think some dudes are putting like 911 brakes on these or something like that. I can't remember. It's one of the other, I think it's a Porsche, or Audi brakes. These brake pads, the options, there's colors. They're like yellow stuff, red stuff. These are the go-to ones for the like daily performance. If you're new to cars, you're wondering, like, I see some people talking about ECS. Everyone has an opinion on these different brands. Why is ECS able to charge less? Like, are their parts good? How the car aftermarket world works is most everybody is having their parts made, a majority of them, at factories in other countries. And suspension specifically, it's like they're all made in the same place. You can go get all your titanium stuff done in Taiwan. There's these like themes, and like I think it's China is really good at making intercooler cores. So a lot of these companies outsource these products and different products in different places. They get a really good margin. They're able to make money on their parts. And so ECS tuning is so big that they're able to go direct to these manufacturers that other competitors are doing. They work out a deal. They're not marking them up as much. They're already a big company, so they can order a lot of stock and get a break from the manufacturer and pass on those savings to then be able to build out the most affordable in-house brand. So is all their stuff always top tier? I would say you can't expect anybody to have as many products as they do and then all be the best thing ever for the money ever. There's just a lot of good stuff in the catalog though, and something like these brakes, I mean, these are really nice. But what's cool about ECS, they have everyone's stuff on there. They're a huge company and they have killer support. Tons of places to order your parts from. They've been solid for me in the past. Ever since I started working for them, they've shown nothing but colors that match. There's always gonna be that guy that has a bad experience, and those are the ones that yap online. So just do your due diligence. What I love about ECS is they make it more approachable for new people to get into cars by getting the prices lower, using their size of their company. And it's like, you can argue all day long that the expensive parts are worth it and why, but it's cool to have people in the industry pushing to make product lines that are approachable. So that's my outlook on it that I feel like needs to be known, especially when you're getting into cars. There's so many keyboard warriors that will say, oh, this is bad. It's like, your car's gonna function fine. There's still good parts. Just do your due diligence. Not everything's gonna be perfect. And you can find truth if you look for it. About to start wrenching. If you're new here, the car's going on the lift, but if you're new to working on cars, jack stands and the jack, that's all you need. You do not need a car lift. For the longevity of my back and my career making these videos, putting it in the air is very helpful and helps get the best camera angles so that you have the most confidence and clarity when you go to do the job. So don't let the lift discourage you, please. It's a broken record, but I'm gonna say it every time in case it's someone's first time here with us. When you're car shopping, something really telling is to look at the tires. Get underneath the car and at least look. So this is worn super evenly. It's an old rock hard tire, that's okay. Way up in here, there's some missing wheel weights. The passenger front looks good. So I looked at the front end, I'm like, okay, nothing's crazy out of whack. We're good there. The rear driver side, I'm looking at a different tire. I'm like, all right, it's worn pretty even. Passenger rear is a different story. This thing is toast, almost cord about to start showing, super low. It's like, were we replacing one tire at a time? What was the plan here? Wait till you see how grooved the brake rotors are. I think they maybe did a set of brake pads on this car on the front only and didn't touch the rotors, and they're crazy. They have a deep groove, and I'll show you. All right, let me lower it a little bit. I'm gonna grab my Maxi Flex gloves. These are the best, especially when they're clean. I put them in the washing machine. I use them over and over and over. They're in the master garage necessities Amazon list. You'll see me use these every single video. Once you get used to them after a couple sessions, you can't live without them. They're amazing. So I'm gonna pop up here. These are good to have. These are also on that list. They have like a soft plastic wall so you don't mess up nice wheels. This is my wheel socket. Grab my impact gun, or you can use a big ratchet. Something like this. You don't have to have expensive power tools, but they do make life easy. This car uses 17mm wheel bolts. They're not lug nuts on German cars, they're bolts. You can convert them to lug if you want. And if you're new to cars, when you have lug bolts, the wheel just falls off. So you gotta support it. I don't know if you can see, I mean, there is a lip here. This should be just flat all the way up. Massive lip, super grooved. These rotors have seen better days. This little T30 right here that holds the rotor to the hub assembly can be a day ruiner, especially if you live in the Rust Belt. That's when you walk over to the toolbox. You bought this from O'Reilly's or Amazon or AutoZone, any place you can get at Walmart. Blaster PB penetrant catalyst, #1 selling penetrant, breaks free rust or frozen parts. This is how you stay loving working on cars. So we're gonna just give her a little spray. Give her a little soak. That's all you need. I'm doing this prematurely. Okay, it's breaking loose. I want to make sure I can at least get there before I take anything apart, because this can make or break your day. Mine broke loose easy after that. Let's get the caliper off. We're gonna head to the back side. You're gonna see that bolt and that bolt. 21 mil. Down here, grab my 21. I like to get my breaker bar. These are usually really tight. Let's say you're in a situation, you're new to working on cars, and you only have this big ratchet and this 21 millimeter socket, and you can't get enough leverage to break it loose because you don't have a bigger breaker bar like this. You can walk over to your floor jack, and hopefully it has a little disconnect here. Slide that onto your ratchet. Look how long it is. All the leverage you need. Already built in. You might just have a pipe laying around though, that might work. Before I go disconnecting, if you have a bungee cord or one of these, it's a little hanger for your caliper so it doesn't drop and hang on the line. You'll find these on TikTok Shop, Amazon, the link in the description. You can grab these anywhere or just use a bungee cord or something. Let's put in that extra work, shall we? Yeah, why not? Got a magnet attachment. So all that leverage made all the difference, having that bigger breaker bar on here. Okay, I can get the rest off with the power ratchet. And the lower one. Okay, this is my stamina booster. Saves so much time. These rotors are so grooved that these pads don't like to slide off the edge. It's almost easier to take the rotor off. Yeah, this is gonna suck, but yeah, I'm gonna take the rotor off. Like, this groove is so big, it's grabbing the pad and it won't let this slide off. Like, I should be able to just slide this off, but that groove is that big. Not coming off at all. So I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna put a lug bolt in here. It'll line up. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a flathead and stick it in the groove of the pad and just pry the pad out to open this caliper. Yeah, there we go. So I just pry it on that pad, opens the caliper. Done with these things. Okay, find our hook. That can chill back there. Get our smoked rotor off. I'm gonna grab my new bottles of Gunk brake cleaner, sister company to Blaster. They support us, helping you build your confidence in the garage. So when you see this on the shelf at the auto parts store on Amazon, think of Gunk, pick it up versus the other one. Not only because it does everything you need it to do to clean brake parts, get rid of residue, all things around the shop, but because they support people like yourself, you and I. All right, let me show you where you're gonna use this. I'm gonna spray off the dust shield. Take my rag, just clean this off. Clean it up. Good enough for me. Get up in the caliper. I'm not looking for this to be perfect, but just clean surfaces. I'm gonna drive this car a lot. I'm not striving for perfection, just functional clean. Give her a quick wipe down. Take some anti-seize. Just do a light coat right here. You don't want this rotor sticking here. So we have the new rotor. You want to get all that oil and residue off to keep it from getting corrosion or rust in the packaging. So you're just gonna take some brake cleaner and just douse each side. And it'll dry really quick. This is the little screw that came with the new rotor. Bottle of anti-seize. Just gonna make sure I get a little bit on here. These rotors are directional. I don't like how these are Phillips head screws versus Torx, but I'm not stressing about it at all because we have that anti-seize on there. Just get it snug, wipe off the mess, this excess right here. The motion of the rotor should be going like back like that. So when it's going forward, it looks like it's flying through the air versus like chopping up the air. But the rotor's clean, everything's good. Now we're ready to put the caliper back on. That looks sick. I'm trying to slide these in. So this style of caliper, it appears I've pushed it back enough by hand. All right, that first one's in. They only go in one way. It's straightforward on this car. All right, is this enough to slide it over? Nope. I have this little brake caliper compressor tool. I had to pop the GTI symbol out. It just pops out. There's a couple different tools like this one. I'll link in the description. You gotta find a flat surface and then just walk this thing back in to make space, because the brake pads are super thick now and the new rotor is also thicker. Now I'm gonna slide the new pads in. They only really go in one spot. Anybody can do this. It's crazy how snug those ears fit in there. I really don't love that I'm getting the pads dirty, so if you can avoid it, I encourage you to. All right, there we go. Pushed in all the way. That'll slide on freely, that's what you want. Grab one of your big caliper bolts on the back side, lock it in. Okay, it'll just chill there. Let's take our little GTI emblem. I'm gonna get both bolts in before I tighten anything. Then I can come in. For me, this is, I don't even care about torque specs. I'm just gonna get it really snug because this is the last thing you want coming off your car at speed. I'm gonna get them snug by hand with this. I'm gonna get the longer bar. Okay, that's good. That leverages a ton of torque. Bada bing, bada boo. One side's done. Let's go. I'm gonna go do the passenger side and then we'll hit the back. Okay, I'm giving in. I'm gonna spray this down one last time. I want it to look pretty. Make sure that dust shield is bent away from the rotor and it's not touching it, or else you'll get some noise that you don't want. And then do not, I've done this on a truck, don't forget this in there. A lot of the Audis have the sensor on the brake. This car doesn't. If you don't have it, cut it off. Whew, it is really late. The rear's a little more complex, so we're gonna need to grab this nut here. I have these clamping needle nose vice grips. It's the only thing I have that fits on that skinny little nut. And then we're gonna take a 13 mil and take out these bolts as step one. One on top, one on bottom. Once you take those two bolts out, might take some force, but you can pull this caliper off, and then we're gonna push this piston in. To push those type of pistons in, you're gonna need a piston compressor toolkit, but the kind that rotates while it compresses. You can rent these toolkits for this type of compressor tool from AutoZone, O'Reilly's, basically for free if you return it fully intact. It's linked down below. It's nice to have for you and your friends though. All the front wheel drive cars, especially, all the hatches, they all use this. And so how this works, you're gonna pop this in here, you're gonna choose the correct attachment to grip the piston, you're gonna tighten it against itself, and you're gonna have a crescent wrench or something, and you're gonna keep tightening this as you twist the inside one. And it's important to keep tension with the crescent wrench on it because it won't push back in unless it's got pressure against it while it's being spun. So I totally messed up recording and I already did the other side. But as I'm twisting and it's rotating, I'm tightening this to make sure it's pushing force in and rotating. And you have to constantly, I'm turning it with this hand, turning it with this hand, working in unison. This works in unison while I'm twisting with this guy right here. The end result will be this caliper pushed all the way in to make space for our new brake pads. Now we can pull out both sides, pull out the pads, and then let's get this caliper bracket off. Mine are a 14 mil triple square. Some cars are 21. Make sure you seat your triple square plenty far in, and sometimes it takes some rattling back and forth so you don't strip it. Okay, those come loose pretty easy. Now I'm gonna go to the one up top. There's one. There's two. Precaution, hit that PB blaster. Gently check, came loose smooth. Hit one side, hit the other. Then next thing you know, it'll come off. Get my Gunk brake cleaner. Line up our holes. Hold it in place. Get it started. Anti-seize on this bolt. Make sure the direction for the rotor is correct. All good there. Ready to put our bracket back. These are really long bolts. Snug them up. Okay, that's done. Take our pads. Slide our caliper back on. Grab the bolts. Snug that up. Dialed. All right, let's clean up. Before I hit the sink, because I am filthy, I'm gonna use my Gunk wipes. These things have a lot of texture to them. Look at this thing. You can hear it. Helps just get that bulk of it off. Feels like sandpaper a little bit, but in a good way. Say bye-bye. We're getting new wheels on the GTI. 1552 makes a bunch of awesome wheels for a lot of popular enthusiast models in this category. So whether you have a GTI, Golf R, Subaru, anything, check out the website. There's a link in the description, 10% off, and that's a free way to support what we do here on the channel to keep seeing videos like this and maybe save you even $100+ depending on your total. Let's hit the road and get these mounted. If you notice, I do not have the stock wheels. This car uses an indirect system, so there's no TPMS sensor in it, which is rad because you can swap out wheels and tires and not have to deal with sensors. So I don't need to pull any sensors out, just taking the wheels with me, light load. Why am I telling you this? If you're new to cars, like we all once were, when you go get your wheels and tires mounted, if you have a car that has sensors inside the tire to tell the car what tire pressure it has, so if you get a flat, it can notify you, or it'll actively show, like on this vehicle, my tire pressure here, which my sensors are actually backward, the front or the back of the front. Knowing this, you'll know to bring your stocks or not. So if it's your first time doing wheels and tires, or they start having gibberish at the tire shop about sensors and indirect and TPMS and da-da, you know from this video what's going on. Quick pit stop. I got 5 DoorDash gift cards for the boys at the tire shop. All the boys at the tire shop. This is because the sponsors on the channel lately, so when you see them, like the one in this video, those sponsors and you interacting with them, clicking the links and purchasing from them, just even watching them, sharing the videos that you mark, all of that is a compound effort. I can pay it forward. I took care of them so they can all order something, get it delivered, hopefully not have to pay any fees or anything. But this is not just me giving it to them, this is us giving it to the tire shop. Take care of the boys who take care of us. I love doing stuff like this. Thank you guys for blessing me with this opportunity, and all glory to God. This is just the beginning. Hopefully we can keep making our way up and turn things up even more. I had the guys get me some Toyo Proxy Sport 2s, 245, 35, 19, thanks to your help on the comments from one of the previous videos. I haven't seen one of these in person. This is my new favorite tire as far as sidewall, bang for the buck, and the tread pattern. Dude, this is a fire tire. Usually in this price category, you gotta give up some sidewall design and like profile, but this is gonna be sick. Todd's got the first one mounted. I was curious, the sidewall profile looks pretty clean for a tire this affordable, honestly.
Those are a good price, man. Yeah, without the wheel on it, that sidewall looks pretty skinny, but now with the on the wheel, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm happy. Loaded up. Boys are stoked. I'm stoked. Let's get back to the shop. Let's see what these look like. If you're in the Phoenix Valley or Flagstaff, hit up Tires to Go. I'll leave their information on the screen and in the description. Support local, make friends with people, build community. It's way cooler than going to some store that you don't know who you're dealing with, that you wonder if they're gonna take care of your stuff or not. You don't gotta worry about that when you're friends with people, because they look out for you. We talked about the tires earlier, but these are the whole shot RSRs from 1552. They have the really cool hubcap. You can swap that out. We're gonna put the decal by the valve stem. We're gonna get these ceramic coated first. These are 19 by 8.5 plus 42 offset, and it's radiant silver. Should complement the color of this car really well. The hubcap, and when we get the decal here, it just makes it pop. It looks really good. It takes a timeless wheel design and kind of modernizes it and gives it some taste, but keeps it really simple, which is why I love 1552 so much. If you use my code down in the description, you can save some serious money on a set of wheels like this. And these are a good hybrid of nice wheel, but doesn't break the bank, but still quality. So let's get these ceramic coated with Cerakote, another awesome partner on the channel to help keep making content. So when you need to ceramic coat your car like we're gonna, or your wheels, you know who to grab. Grab one of these kits. They're linked on Amazon in the description. You can get them really quickly. It comes in a box like this, and you have 2 in here. I have a bunch of extra applicator pads, so I'm gonna have that ready. But first things first, grab a clean rag, grab some isopropyl alcohol. We're gonna clean this up. You could even ceramic coat your stock wheels to make them easier to clean, repel water, repel brake dust really well. All you do is you take your applicator pad and you're just gonna set it up so the whole face of it is wet, and you're just gonna maintain keeping it wet. So let's do the barrel first. So depending on the color of the wheel, sometimes it's easier to see, sometimes it's not. This color is not very easy to see, but I'll make sure I get full coverage. Make sure it's wet. The back side of the spokes, get the wheel weights. Simple. Set timer for 5 minutes. Once that's done, we'll take one of our clean rags and level that off. So while that's drying, set the applicator pad up really good. I'm gonna go around and get the face. This is kind of a more difficult wheel to get. I'm gonna do all the easy spots first, all the flat spots. Get inside the hub, get the hub cap. So let's get this wet again. I'm gonna kind of stuff it into this hole. Work it around. And this is the hardest color I've done yet in terms of ceramic coating. So I'm just gonna stick the applicator pad in each spoke. And it's okay if you don't get every spot. The idea is to just get a majority of it. Not only does this make it easier to clean, but when you put ceramic coating on anything, it makes it UV resistant. Colors aren't gonna fade. It's gonna protect whatever color coating, powder coat, paint, you know, you have. It creates another clear coat layer essentially, but a lot tougher. All done. Set another timer for 5 minutes. Okay, got a second one set up. It's adhering to the surface over these 5 minutes. It's sticking and bonding to it. Once this cures, all of the excess on top that doesn't need to be there, we're wiping off with a clean rag, and then it won't have any rainbow or hazing or anything like that. When the light hits it, it'll look like its natural state, just protected. But if you don't do the step of wiping it off after 5 minutes, you'll see like light reflecting a little weird, and it looks like clear coat that was like oversprayed, put in a simple way. Been 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna simply wipe the barrel out, hit a nice firm pass. All done there. Wait for the face to dry. 5 minutes has passed. I'm gonna take my rag and just firmly rub every area to level it off like we talked about. Think about it like you're drying the wheel. All right, we're dialed. I'm gonna do this for the other 3 wheels and then we'll move on to the car. Wheels are coated. Just bolt them in. Oh, look at the colors. Shoo. Do these fit in there? I don't know if I like that. Yeah, that's chill. Yeah, we'll throw them on. I'm gonna take it out. I just wanna make sure the brakes are good, and then I'll pop these on. Oh, that looks so good. Look at the brakes. Shoo. I've never done this before. We're gonna Cerakote with the car on the lift, so it's like chest high. Then I'll lower the car and do the high spots. Setting up my pad. I have my phone right here for a timer. This is gonna make this car just shine and be really easy to clean. The paint's not perfect on this car, and that is totally okay. So we're gonna go side to side, coat the whole panel this way. Already cleaned, this is important. So then we're gonna go up and down. I've already cleaned the whole car with isopropyl alcohol. I did not want to drag you through that. So make sure you clean the car in such a way before. So you're gonna go cross hatch, so it's side to side, and then up and down. You just want even coverage. You don't want any spots that you missed. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. All right, when that timer's up, I'm gonna wipe this off. So I'm gonna move to the front fender and we'll speed this up. Hey Siri, hit play. This is a great example. You can see full coverage right here. After the 5 minutes, it's gonna sweat, it's gonna beat up, and then all that excess is what you're gonna wipe off, and it's gonna look glass and super nice. So it's already beating and sweating a little bit, but by the 5 minute mark, it'll be really dramatic. You can see it in the light, and it'll wipe away, it'll be really clean. Last step, and my favorite step, rapid ceramic tire coat with this fabulous applicator. Fresh coat on the fresh tires. The sidewalls of these tires look very racy for being like a daily driver. This is gonna go on slightly glossy. It's gonna dry a deep satin black. This is my favorite tire shine, and it stays on so long. You'd be shut. The car is looking really good. Let's go bed these brakes and then get a really good look in the proper sunlight. And then I want to show you how this water beads off the surface and how it makes it so easy to clean. Pause the sequence. Hold on, I forgot the most important part. Why these new 1552 wheels look so sick. Hold on. Little clean. Look at all that ceramic coating, just making all that. Look at that. Crazy how this stuff works. So here's a sticker. It's like a band-aid. There we go. Boom. We'll see once they're all on. This thing came out sick. This looks tough. It's clean, can't lie. Let me know how you feel about it. I hope I see some combinations of the Radiant Silver and this color GTI on the road soon. So the only thing that I'm not happy with is the previous owner let this thing sit in some sprinklers or something at one point, and all the windows have a lot of water spots that are needing to be buffed off completely. So I'm gonna buff those off and then I'll ceramic coat the windows. This car is gonna be a whole lot easier to clean now, and it shines. The paint looks amazing for minimal work. Let me go get the hose out and let's show you how the water just beads right off the surface. There's a link in the description for these wheels, the specs and the tires and everything else like that. And then the Cerakote ceramic coating, Amazon link, super fast to get. It's very fairly priced for how good it is. So I encourage you to go do these things to your car. I really enjoy how the car looks now. I love how it feels with the new tires and wheels. Seeing the paint with the ceramic coating on it, it just makes the whole car pop that much better, like you just saw. And it's gonna be easier to clean. Everything's linked in the description. I got specs, tires, wheels, everything you need to make it easy. All those links support, and even on the wheels you can save a good amount of money on. Grabbing the water hose. All right, so watch the water. You see that just falling off? Look at that. There's not even any water really on the hood. Look at that. Then you take something like this blower. All that brake dust just falls right off. When you see people detailing online and they're using blowers to get all the water off, you're like, why doesn't mine do it and get all the water off as easily? It's because it needs to be ceramic coated if you're completely new to cars. So this is a great option for that. If you want to see one of the best modifications for this GTI, I encourage you to click this video right here. We'll see you over there. And I can't wait to work on this car again with you soon. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.